A reading from the book of prophet Isaiah. This is what Isaiah, son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. In days to come, the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established as the highest mountain, and raised above the hills. All nations shall stream toward it. Many people shall come and say, Come, let us climb the Lord's mountain, to the house of the God of Jacob, that he may instruct us in his ways, and we may walk in his paths. For from Zion shall go forth instruction, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. He shall judge between the nations, and impose terms on many peoples. They shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks. One nation shall not raise the sword against another, nor shall they train for war again. O house of Jacob, come, let us walk in the light of the Lord. The word of the Lord.
Thanks be to God.
Responsorial Psalm. Let us go rejoicing into the house of the Lord.
Let us go rejoicing into the house of the Lord.
I rejoice because they said to me, We will go up to the house of the Lord. And now we have set foot within your gates, O Jerusalem. Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. Jerusalem built as a city with compact unity. To it the tribes go up, the tribes of the Lord. Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. According to the decree for Israel, to give thanks to the name of the Lord. In it are set up judgment seats, seats for the house of David. Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. Pray for the peace of Jerusalem. May those who love you prosper. May peace be within your walls, prosperity in your buildings. Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. Because of my relatives and friends, I will say, Peace be within you. Because of the house of the Lord, our God, I will pray for your good. Let us go rejoicing to the house of the Lord. Alleluia, 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 alleluia. Come and save us, Lord, our God. Let your face shine upon us, that we may be saved. Alleluia, alleluia.
The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, Lord.
When Jesus entered Capernaum, the centurion approached him and appealed to him, saying, Lord, my servant is lying at home paralyzed, suffering dreadfully. He said to him, I will come and cure him. The centurion said in reply, Lord, I am not worthy to have you enter under my roof. Only say the word, and my servant will be healed. For I too am a man subject to authority, with soldiers subject to me. And I say to one, go, and he goes, and to another, come here, and he comes, and to my slave, do this, and he does it. When Jesus heard this, he was amazed and said to those following him, Amen, I say to you, in no one in Israel have I found such faith. I say to you, many will come from the east and the west, and will recline with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob at the banquet in the kingdom of heaven. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Good morning. Well, for those of you who were here on Saturday and I missed the Mass, I'm sorry, but I didn't know I had a schedule. But I have discovered I got a lot of prayers. So I may do it again. But thank you. Today as we gather, it's both the feast of St. Francis Xavier, who was a great missionary, as many of us know. And at the same time, our readings really reflect the universality of God's love today. And when I started praying the readings yesterday, the first song that came to my mind is that one we sing from time to time, All Are Welcome in This Place. And you really get a sense of that in both of the readings. In the first reading from Isaiah, you have this great promise of God turning our hearts to the gift of peace. But the image is all the nations will stream to God's mountain to learn. So God's love was never just for Israel. It was a universal love. And then when you get to the gospel, we have the healing of the centurion's son. And in Matthew's account, the centurion isn't described, as he is in some of the other Gospels, as very loyal to Israel and to the teachings of the God of Israel. It simply says a centurion approached Jesus because his servant was suffering terribly. And Jesus immediately says, I will come to heal him. And the centurion speaks those words that are so familiar to us that we say at each Eucharist. Lord, I am not worthy that you come under my roof. And then Jesus just tells him his servant will be well. He trusts that, believes, and the servant is healed. And so you have this foreigner coming to Jesus. And interestingly, Jesus does the right thing, but to the wrong person. The right thing, but to the wrong person. This was a dreaded, hated Roman, and the leader of 100 Roman soldiers. In no way, in the hearts of the Jewish leaders, should this be happening. God's universal love is for all, not for some. And then Jesus ends the teaching by saying, Amen, I say to you, many will come from the east and the west and have a place at the table with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. God's love is so vast. And, I suspect many of us are going to be surprised at who's in heaven. Many of us are going to end up surprised at who is in heaven, because God's love is so much greater than ours.